Oh good, you made it just in time for the epic reboxing of the game Epoch if you're British, or Epoch if you're American. I am not British. This is a game by Martyn F, who does not give his last name, most likely because he's Dutch and we would never be able to pronounce it anyways. This is from 1 to 4 players on Legendary Tactics. It is time for a reboxing, which is remarkably similar to an unboxing. However, in this video, we're going to take everything, lay it out on the table, give you a look at it so you can see what's included in this game, and then we're going to get every single last piece back into that box the way it came, and the way it ought to be stored too. We've got lots of tips and tricks that are going to help you get this game back in. So we'll take a look. There's quickly the player aids. They're fairly straightforward, nice to have on the table, really thick cardboard. All of these punch outs are extremely durable. If your kids get into them and eat them, or if you eat them, well, you might not survive. You'll probably choke because they're so thick. You've got your typical Euro cubes, which are fairly standard, painted in the various colors. So nice little product placement there if you want to go to Archaeology University. We'll get you a close-up on those pieces because you can see that they are tremendously thick. So that's everything. That's basically the game right there. There's tons included. These cards, there's actually 17 of those in the game. So we're in the process now. I think we basically got everything out of the box. So let's see if we can stack those off to the side. We'll give you a little peek here first. Probably better if I turn that right side up for you and give you a look at the rulebook. It's color coded so that you can go very quickly to the different sections that you're looking for. So very handy. I always like looking at rulebooks backwards too, because sometimes you can pick tips and tricks up if you don't look at it in the correct order. Okay, here we go. So let's get those. Just hover the punch out cards over top of all of the pieces. Now these pieces, they tend to want to go back to where they came from, so they seem to almost have a mind of their own, and they will leap right back into the spot, and all you have to do is be ready to catch them, and then you can see how I'm just pushing them here right back into place. So this is a great way to store your game. I know a lot of people get baggies and all kinds of they spend all kinds of extra money for organizational systems, but if you just use this technique that we're exclusively showing you on Legendary Tactics, you can store this up nicely. 17 of those. Wow, it's incredible. So let's get these all in here. I'm going to expedite this process. You don't need to watch all of them going back in, but you can see I also like to orient them perfectly so that every single piece is in the correct direction. So that's got all those punch outs back in. Let's get the pieces back up in the bag. Just hold the bag above the pieces, and they'll just, in an obvious way, get back up in there. So I think you'll find that very easy to do. So you're going to want to vacuum seal this as well, because you don't want those pieces getting out into the box and rolling around. So just take it in firmly in 2 hands, squeeze it together like this, and if you push hard enough, then you can actually rub that plastic back together, and it'll heat shrink and seal itself in. So spread your pieces out on the table, repeat the process for them. Get them back up into that bag. It looks tricky. Oh, I missed one. Oh, there we go. Okay, got it now. You just have to aim that bag right, and they'll get right back in there. Squeeze it, press it tight, rub it a little bit so it melts together, and you are good to go. Right back in there beautifully, and what better way to store it than this way? So let's take a look here. So we need to now fit all of these cards in. Before I do that, I want to make sure you've seen everything. So the player aids, there's a nice turnover view card, and it's very useful to have on the table while you're playing the game. I like that noise. That's cool. It's like those old-timey saws where you have 2 people, one on each side of the tree, and it makes that little whooping sound. So there's your quick setup. It's got a quick setup for your first game, so you can jump right into play. We'll do a how to play tutorial for you on this game a little later if you're interested in that. If you have been absolutely riveted by this unboxing, that cardboard smells like regular cardboard. It's no different than any other cardboard you might have ever smelled before. So give you a little look at some of the tokens you'll be getting here. Okay, so this stage, I have to confess, is where it starts to get a little tricky. So what we'll do is I'll get the camera in a little closer here so you can really get a good look at this. So just get all of those in. The cardboard goes back in. Get your box lid on. Listen for your box fart. Oh, there it is. Okay, a little squeaker. That was a good one. Okay, that just means that you've squeezed all of the air out of the box. So that's a good way to have it, because there isn't a lot of room in there and you want to get it out. So just kind of wrap that shrink wrap around. I like to actually do this part with my knife. So I'll just sort of lay it on the box. It just kind of cling wraps to it. Use your knife, run it right up the edge. You'll get that sealed up tight. Awesome, just like that. It's best if you can pull it really tight. Oh yeah, this is a great example of one. I don't know if I've actually done one better than this. So that knife just will finish the seal. And you now have your game fully back in the box the way it should be. And no sense in taking it back to the store. That would be a complete waste. It's a fun game, so you wouldn't want to do that anyways. But just in case you want to share it with a friend, let's take a look at, here, I'll just grab that box, slide it in, get some bubble wrap around that sucker. Excellent. Okay. Now, someone already popped all the bubbles in this one, which is really friggin' annoying, but that's okay. You can actually try and infuse it with air. I'm just pushing the air into the pockets here, just pumping it in. And funny enough, as soon as that air gets back inside, the little sacs actually make that little unpopping sound. So you can tidy that box right up. This has been Legendary Tactics. If you want to see more reboxings, then by all means, please slice that subscribe button, slice the like button, and we will have more content coming your way. I've been Flash at Legendary Tactics. Thanks for joining.